All right, we just came back from seeing 22nd Jump Street.
Woo-woo!
Midnight screening. We just saw it. Just to go ahead and throw this out there, better than the first one.
Yes, that's a great thing. We didn't really expect it.
No, I thought it was just to be on par, maybe. Just maybe on par with the first movie, but it exceeded all expectations. They talked about a lot about the first movie saying, oh, so this is exactly the same thing as we're doing before. Just a lot of meta moments saying that this is going to be exactly like the first movie.
It was wonderfully self-aware.
Yes. Wonderfully, great way to put it. But so this time around, we see Janko and Schmidt heading into the college world. In the 21st Jump Street, 21 Jump Street, they infiltrated high school, found out who was dealing out whatever drug that was. Mm-hmm. This time, it's more of the same thing. They're in college, and they have to find out who the dealer is while going undercover as students.
That's right.
So, same premise, and I gotta have to say, twice the laughs.
The whole theater was just laughing at different parts. It was awesome.
Right, so if you're on the fence about this movie, go see it immediately.
You'll laugh your butt off.
Yeah.
For real.
It's funny, and it's a bromance.
Yes, there's
so much comedy with
Would it be a romantic comedy?
Romantic comedy.
A bromedy?
Bromedy. Yeah, you can do that too.
Some bro drama and comedy mixed in there. But the movie it was like a relationship. They talked a lot about it, like it was a meta moment. It's like they were
the running joke the whole time.
Yeah,
relationship.
Yeah, that sometimes you just need some space, or you gotta the glass ceiling.
It's the ceiling. You just gotta break through.
Yeah, but So what were your guys' sort of favorite moments of the movie?
Oh my gosh! Where to begin? Okay, so I'm guessing all the spoilers. This would be a spoiler video.
Spoilerific. Go ahead.
All right, right when what's his name? The fat actors.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Schmidt.
That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Schmidt. He is hitting up on this girl, right? And they end up sleeping, having a great time, and he's telling everyone at work, hey, we're not really figuring out who's in the chase, but I had great sex with this girl last night.
Mm.
And the boss is like, I'm not really happy that you didn't do it, but you had sex, so give me a high five.
So high five with the boss.
Give him a high five with the boss. And come up out later, guess whose daughter he slept with?
The boss's. But what was the best part about that was it took almost 30 whole seconds for Janko, Channing Tatum's character, to figure out what happened. And he lost his shit. It was so funny.
They're in the office, and he sees the picture of his daughter on the boss's
desk. The office
desk.
known as the Cube of Ice.
Yes, of course. Yeah,
or as Ice Cube calls it, this is like shit that Iron Man would have.
Exactly.
And he finds out, and he loses it. He runs around the whole office. He slapped his daughter. Oh my god.
When Ice Cubes, when he found out about that, and he went to the buffet part where all the food was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he just started tearing shit up at the parents' weekend.
Yeah.
So good. One of my favorite moments is we find out that so one of the people in the college died from taking the drugs, and the roommate, her old roommate, we find out is the one that's been dealing the drugs. Mm. And once they come to a final showdown with Jonah Hill's character and the one that was dealing the drugs, you get one of the funniest fight scenes I believe I've seen in a movie. They're going back and forth, but as they start to fight, she keeps going in to kiss him, and he's just like, "What are you doing? What you're trying to kiss me?" And they just keep arguing back and forth.
No, and then he's just like, "You're really freaking me out right now. This is the weirdest fist fight I've ever had."
And then when they start fighting, and they get on the bed, and she tries to fuck him, and he's just not having it. I thought that was hilarious. I hadn't seen anything like that before. But the entire third act, I would say, was just tons of laughs. They end up for the final part going down to spring break, which, as college students graduated, we know how big spring break can be, and all the fratty stereotypes. It was all of that, just full steam ahead. Mm-hmm. But what kind of highlights did you have with the movie?
Anytime the Yang twins were on screen.
Yes, the Yang twins, also known as the Lucas brothers. They actually came to my university in 2012 for the Comedy Central Presents tour, and I got to hang in the bus with them when we drove them to school. But I was actually really shocked to see them in this movie. I hadn't seen them on the big screen before, but they were They were hilarious.
They weren't advertised, were they?
No, they were
in
in
the
the end.
trailers or anything. But
What was really funny was they had a gun pulled out on them and they were trying to figure out like who was gonna die first, and then they were like, well, we always
Rock,
have to do
paper,
rock,
scissors.
paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. And then, hey, they just couldn't figure out who was gonna die first. So that was definitely really funny. And we got to see two characters from the previous 21, the previous movie too. We got to see Rob Riggle's character, who was dealing the drugs before, and Eric, which is Dave Franco's character. And we find out that Rob Riggle's character, since he got his dick shot off, he had a vagina like inserted there, and that he's Eric's bitch. So he
he's
says
forcing himself. To be
he's
in that
forcing like his bitchness upon Eric. So he's just like, I'm your bitch, right, Eric? No. See? So that was hilarious. It was great to see them again. Of course, the heart of the movie came with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. They carried the movie pretty much by themselves, along with the side characters. Ice Cube was in great form as usual,
Yes.
as angry black cop. He said it in the first movie. Yeah, angry black cop. It's a fucking stereotype, but it's funny though.
Yeah.
And he's fantastic in that role. And let's see, the characters. We actually see the three nerdy guys from the first movie again. They actually,
They're cop interns.
yeah,
Yes.
they're interns with the cops. Nick Offerman was good as well. He had about as much screen time as he did in the last movie, but every bit of time he had on screen was hilarious as always. Just stern face at all times. And the character at the end who ends up the one dealing the drugs, she was phenomenal as that just dry one-liner, just bitch roommate. She was.
Yeah, so everyone knows he got that one bitchy roommate that just like ruins everything. She's just there all the time, and the only thing she does is complain. And
Mhm.
that's her character, and she nailed it.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. And a lot of the funny Jonah Hill moments came from there's just running gags that he can't physically keep up with Channing Tatum. So there's a scene where he shoots a grappling hook to the top of the fraternity house, and it's taking him forever to like get pulled up to the top while like Channing Tatum's doing like freaking parkour, climbing up the walls like freaking
He was
Spider-Man.
in parkour the whole movie. It's
He
pretty
was,
awesome.
yeah. His bromance with that dude was.
He's like, hey, you want to climb a building?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, dude.
They're just like,
I think there were like more bros per minute in that movie than I've ever heard in
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
conversation.
dude,
Dude.
bro.
That was
Dude.
actually their dialogue, and
Uh-huh.
for a long second, I was like, dude,
Mhm.
bro,
Dude.
bro.
So of course you have the moments where Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill, they're super buddy like in the first movie. Then they have the certain things that cause them to split, and of course they come back together in the end. And Janko realizes that this party lifestyle, he's a little too old for it now, and all he wants to do is be with his friend. And then Jonah Hill decides that he's not going to be butthurt about it, and decides that he's going to be friends with him again. And one of my favorite moments is when he tries to knock Janko out of the way so he can get shot. Jonah Hill can get shot instead, but he ends up jumping too early.
Yeah.
So Channing Tatum gets shot in the arm, the other arm,
Yeah.
again.
And then Schmidt was like, I tried to take a bullet for you. He's like, yeah, and you missed, but like, it's the thought that counts, right? He's
No,
like, no.
it's the jumping in it's the taking the bullet that counts.
And then at the very end too, he's like, well, we know we gotta try and shoot you now. So he's like, they're trying to shoot Schmidt. He's like, I'm gonna do this.
Mhm.
And the last second, as you're trying to shoot Schmidt,
He jumps out of the way, and the bullet reflects and cuts him on the arm. What did you guys? There was a near the last part of the movie, we did get a really big chase scene when both of the main characters were driving this football helmet shaped go-kart, and a Hummer was chasing them all throughout the university's campus. And there was a terrific aerial shot of when they burst into the computer lab and just like exploded out of the side of the room, causing the most damage. We learned a lot about don't go over the budget, and they take a path that ends up destroying every monument on the campus,
yeah.
Including the giant testicles.
including
Yep.
these giant testicles that we saw in the beginning of the film. But I think with just Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill, Ice Cube, sneak appearance, spoiler alert, Queen Latifah, The Lucas Brothers, Rob Riggle, Dave Franco. This movie, easily give it like a 9,
Yeah.
9.5.
Mm-hmm. They flew Queen Latifah in just for like that one line about the Compton.
Yeah, she only had one line. She was straight out of Compton. You know, NWA, Ice Cube. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was a terrific movie. I'd definitely go see it again. What about you
Oh
guys?
yeah, I'd see it again, and it was one of the best comedies I've seen in a while.
And definitely stay for the credits because you get a sneak peek into 23rd Jump Street, 24th Jump Street, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, all the way to like
40.
I think
21, 21 was
42.
Oh yeah, 21, 21.
Yeah. It was like
Space Odyssey Jump Street.
just Space Odyssey Jump Street. You got
Culinary school.
culinary school, medical school, dance school.
Turn your head and cough medical school.
Yeah, you got. Did we say dance school already?
Yeah.
They had martial arts school. Just
Yep.
they had it all. Then we got another cameo with Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
Coming in
because
as
the
Jonah Hill.
contract.
Yeah, contract
Yeah,
dispute.
contract dispute. So Seth Rogen jumped in as Jonah Hill, and no one noticed.
Yeah. Also, one of my favorite things, the very beginning of the movie is like they alluded to in the first film that they're going to go to college. Well, they end up starting off doing online college at the University of Internet.
Yes, the University of Internet. That was hilarious.
And they're intercepting coded messages in the college lectures.
Yeah.
Mhm. What else was funny at the beginning was that Jonah Hill was getting in character as this Mexican drug lord, and he was just like absolute silence. I need absolute silence to get in character. Absolute
I
silence.
almost forgot about
absolute
that.
silence. And then when he goes in and makes Janko start talking,
He's in character during this
he's
Mexican.
like, "Tell him what's your name." Jeff. It was so funny.
He
Just-
couldn't do the Mexican.
He couldn't do a
accent.
Mexican accent, so he just ended up speaking in this very high voice the entire time to these drug lords that are trying to move this product. And this is in the first 15 minutes of the movie, so you start
Right.
off on a very, very, very funny note, and that pace continues on throughout the entire movie. And it's also a good timing. Every comedy movie is going to be like hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. They rarely get to the 2 hour point. So if you want to just have a good time for an hour and a half, this is the perfect movie for it.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of physical comedy too.
Oh yeah.
Yes, a lot of physical comedy, especially when one of the guys that they suspect to be the drug dealer is in a huge fraternity, so they have to go through the entire hazing process. So seeing Jonah Hill have to complete a lot of these somewhat physically demanding contests was hilarious, especially him jumping through the beer stands. And
Oh
everything.
yeah. He jumps over and he just like dives.
Yeah, like Channing Tatum, of course, like effortlessly just
Yeah.
jumps over it and doesn't touch a single beer. And then Jonah Hill just like
Belly flops.
Yeah.
just plunges and just knocks them everywhere.
Not unlike a dead porpoise.
Yes,
If I had to go for that visual,
it was very similar, an uncanny resemblance actually.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
movie,
Overall, it was a great movie. I would really recommend to you guys to see it.
yeah. So like, subscribe to our channel, comment whatever you want, and we'll see you guys for How to Train Your Dragon 2.
See y'all later.
Cool.
Now, did we record all of it? Because we went for a long time.
That was 14. That's